You mentioned a wrestling pedigree. Now, speaking of wrestling, a different kind of wrestling, CM Punk's a guy who recently signed with the UFC. Now, he doesn't have a wrestling pedigree. He's got more of a pro wrestling pedigree. I'm just wondering, what do you make of this, Don Frye? What do you think about, him coming in? Do you think it's smart bringing him in, and do you think he'll make it in the octagon?
I thought he already pulled out.
No, he signed a contract and is officially in the UFC as we speak. They're looking to figure out a fight for him in 2015. Someone with a 1-0 record.
Oh, I thought he pulled out like 4 hours after he signed the contract.
No.
I thought maybe the common sense fairy come by and tapped him on the shoulder. Said, "Hey, dumbass, this isn't WWE. I mean, goddamn, who's that big blonde fairy who has the belt for the WWE? From North Dakota or South Dakota or one of them, East Dakota or Minnesota, that Viking.
Brock Lesnar?
What's his name? Yeah, Lesnar. Lesnar. Yeah. He found out real fast. He's supposed to be God's, answer to Satan, or Satan's answer to Christ. And he found out real fast that's not the place to be. He got hit, and man, it changed his. He wanted to go back to go work at McDonald's.
Well, speaking of CM Punk, from a professional standpoint, as someone who's been in the sport for a really long time, a guy like CM Punk who has no real training apart from some basic grappling, do you think he could actually, get to a level of a UFC fighter in a number of months to fight in the organization?
No, I think it's a pipe dream. It's a pipe dream. Back when this thing first started out, everybody likes to compare the difference, and everybody, when they first started out, everybody was a world champion, 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 times world champions of whatever style they were, or, 10-time national champ. But, they'd all been doing it for, 10, 15, 20 years. And, somebody just can't sit there watching the show on the couch eating Fritos and say, hey, I think I can do this. No, you're an idiot. You're going to get hurt. And you deserve to get hurt for thinking that way.